connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Idaho News 6.
Thanks for joining Idaho News 6. I'm senior reporter Don Nelson. We begin tonight with continuing coverage of a story we've been very closely following for you. Wildfires actively burning near Tamarack Resort in Valley County. I spent the day up at Tamarack on Wednesday for the very latest in day 2 of our live coverage. Let's head to our team in the field with neighborhood reporter Brady Caskey.
Thanks, Don. Yeah, we're out here on the Rock Fire. Me and Keith Burrell behind the camera have been out here all day long, and we've seen quite a bit of activity. Super scooper planes, helicopters, fixed-wing planes have all been skimming off Lake Cascade just behind the camera, and they've been dumping that water on this hillside behind us. It's gotten quite a bit smokier since the past half hour, but every now and then you'll catch a tree basically exploding, a giant column of flames coming up with big smoke, and that's called torching up. That's essentially when the fire starts at the bottom and makes its way all the way to the top. And the wind is also picked up. We spoke with U.S. Forest Service Brian Lawach about the situation here. Here's what he had to say.
We have currently about 200 personnel on this fire, several hand crews, several engines, I think 20 different aerial resources, from very large air tankers, other various fixed wing and helicopter assets as well.
And last night, and the U.S. Forest Service also closed all Forest Service land behind us to the public. That includes the Payette Forest as well as the Boise National Forest. And we'll keep you updated on any more closures, evacuations, anything like that right here on Idaho News 6. Reporting in Donnelly, I'm Brady Caskey for Idaho News 6.
Thanks, Brady. Meanwhile, BLM crews fighting multiple lightning-started fires in a remote part of southwest Idaho near the Oregon border. Most of the fires you see on this map were knocked down quickly and kept to less than an acre, but the box fire has now grown to roughly 5,000 acres. It's moved into an area where crews conducted a prescribed burn about eight years ago, and the BLM says that's considerably slowed its spread.
Now, Isaiah Sharp with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
And it is that time of year with the wind starting to pick up a little bit in some regions of Idaho. All of the dry, you have a stray thunderstorm come at the wrong time, and this is the result. I do want to highlight something behind Brady Caskey. You may have noticed all of that smoke. The biggest point of that was most of it was white, which is huge and shows that water is getting down on the ground and that this is starting to get contained. We're going to continue to follow that fire for you, but it looks as though conditions are starting to turn in favor of that fire being contained. Taking a look at some of those weather headlines, the slight temperature drop that we're feeling today, opposed to the really warm temperatures we saw earlier this week, are going to follow us into the weekend. But our extended outlook is showing lots of heat on the way. We'll also talk about the lingering smoke that is going to be moving into the area. Current temperatures sitting into those 90s, not expected to get too much higher than that. Light winds on top of that too. But here's a big point I want to highlight. The red flag warnings that were basically painting this entire map have now moved a bit further to the east, which is a great sign. There's the rock fire right there, and that's what we want to continue to see moving in it to the next couple of days. Temperatures tomorrow expected to be into those 90s, a little bit of morning smoke too, and clear skies. We'll talk about how long that smoke is going to be affecting your weekend, if it'll have any impacts at all. Taking a look at downtown Boise Meridian with your Treasure Valley traffic report. It looks as though a lot closer to the connector. 27 minutes to get from downtown Boise to Meridian. Across town, just a smidge longer at 44 minutes, but a lot better than yesterday. We saw it up to 60, almost 70 minutes, and so conditions a lot better. A little bit of congestion along the main corridor close to Garrity and the 10-mile exit on top of that as well. Quick look at some of our traffic cameras as well, showing that bit of congestion close to the connector, so make sure you're driving safe out there.
Heads up if you ever drive through this intersection at State Highway 16 and Highway 44. Big changes are already impacting traffic with construction underway on a complete new interchange. I'm your Star Neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, with what you need to know to navigate the changes.
I think it'll be good. eventually when it gets done. But it is going to bottleneck, some traffic. That's to be expected with construction.
Star resident Ray Hurst is keeping a positive perspective on the construction near his home. He knows how helpful the future highway will be for neighbors heading south from Emmett and other areas around Star. Here's a look at traffic in the existing intersection around noon on a Thursday. I saw construction crews putting trenches and gas lines in place, and although all lanes were open at the time, lane restrictions are expected through construction. ITD spokesperson Jill Yeomans tells me they'll do whatever they can to minimize impacts for drivers, but there will be some lane closures, flaggers, delays, and occasional detours with reduced speeds.
We're very excited about it because it's going to help thousands of travelers better travel through the Treasure Valley.
Neighbors are invited to learn more about this project at meetings later this month. You can find all those details on our website at idahonews6.com. I'm your Star neighborhood reporter Greenlee Clark for Idaho News 6.
Boise's Ann Morrison Park is getting a new addition for kids and adults to learn about bike safety. I'm your neighborhood reporter Victoria Rodriguez talking with the Boise Bicycle Project about the city's first ever traffic garden. The Boise Bicycle Project has been working with the city for nearly 2 years to bring this project to life, a safe, controlled space where people can practice riding without the dangers of real traffic.
It's a popular idea across the nation, but we don't have one in Boise yet, so we were really excited to get one here.
The traffic garden will be open to everyone, from kids pedaling for the first time to parents teaching their children how to navigate bike lanes, yield signs, and stop signs.
You can learn how to handle a bicycle effectively, how to ride it in traffic with other people, and honestly just how to have a good time on that bicycle.
The project is a result of a partnership between the Boise Bicycle Project, Boise Parks and Recreation, and the Idaho Transportation Department.
Yeah, we've been working with the city of Boise Parks and Rec for about a year and a half, 2 years to find the perfect space, so we're super grateful for that partnership.
The grand opening will feature safety lessons, free bike repairs, loaner bikes, music, and a chance for kids to earn a referral for a free bike of their own.
We'll be teaching people how to use it. Like I said, if you don't have a bicycle, we'll have loaners here. You can complete the course and you earn a referral for a free kid's bicycle from us.
Organizers say it's a proactive approach to safety, giving the next generation of riders the skills and confidence they need before hitting the streets.
We're really thinking Idaho is in a 20-year high in traffic fatalities, and we need to combat that. So instead of being reactive, we're being proactive.
The grand opening is set for next Saturday, August 23rd at 10 a.m. Families are encouraged to bring bikes and helmets to join in on the fun. I'm your neighborhood reporter Victoria Rodriguez at Ann Morrison Park, Idaho News 6.
The 36th annual Albertsons Boise Open is officially underway. Some of the best golfers in the world teeing off at Hillcrest Country Club, the final stop of the Corn Ferry Tour. It's a rite of passage for the pros with PGA cards on the line. And starting tonight, fans will be enjoying live concerts including Darius Rucker, Leonard Skinner, and Brothers Osborne. It's 4 full days of fun.
Michelob Ultra has a beautiful spot on 16. That's where I like to go because when there's a beer, they're discounted for 5 minutes. So, okay, we'll do that.
Tickets for the first 3 days are sold out, but there's still room to join everyone on Sunday when a champion will be crowned. We hope to see you out there at this week's Albertsons Boise Open, presented by Chevron. Be sure to join us Sunday morning right here on Idaho News 6 for a special live presentation ahead of the final round. Coverage from the beautiful Hillcrest Country Club starts at 8 a.m.
I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter Leslie Solis, live at the Caldwell Night Rodeo grounds. Coming up, an exclusive interview with Police Chief Rex Ingram and Sheriff Donahue about big changes to public safety fees at local events and the controversy it's sparking.
Good news in the forecast. The hottest temperatures, those are behind us. Heading into the weekend, consistent weather and chances of showers. Stay tuned. My forecast will pinpoint when those are set to come.
Budget imbalance is what the Caldwell Police Department is now prioritizing as they change their approach to public safety at large events. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter Leslie Solis. In an exclusive interview, I sat down with Police Chief Rex Ingram to find out why they're now charging for public safety and police presence at large events like the Caldwell Night Rodeo. But Sheriff Kieran Donahue calls the move a ludicrous idea. Take a look.
This is what we do. This is our job.
Sheriff Kieran Donahue expressed his frustrations after learning that the Caldwell Police Department will charge for public safety at high-volume events like this year's Caldwell Night Rodeo.
It is a ludicrous idea.
Donahue says his frustrations are not directed at the Caldwell Police Department, but rather Caldwell city leaders.
I just think it's terrible PR. It's a terrible look for the city of Caldwell, especially if you stack it on to the already unfavorable things that have been coming at this city over the last several years.
As a former board member of the Caldwell Night Rodeo, the issue hits close to home for Sheriff Donahue. He understands how the rodeo prepares for its week-long event and the revenue it brings into the city.
There's certain fundamentals they just don't get to set to the side.
I asked Caldwell Police Chief Rex Ingram about the change. He said it's about budget and balance.
This year, to no surprise, it's a very, very tough year fiscally. Last year, to put this in perspective, it cost Caldwell taxpayers about $20,000 in overtime for police personnel.
I requested public records on the issue, which I'm still waiting on. However, Chief Ingram did give me a copy of the police labor agreement.
But again, there's no surprise, Leslie. This is not something that's like an aha, we got you moment. And we understand the rodeo, it's a tough pill to swallow. So we knocked it down to half, and we agreed about $7,000.
Other big events like the King and County Fair, College of Idaho football games, and others can expect a similar price tag.
When it comes down to that, this is business. This isn't personal.
While he personally volunteers at the rodeo, Ingram explained that in his official role, he has a duty to protect event goers and taxpayers.
It's not fair to the taxpayers that are not using these events or going or attending these events to have to then A, have a delayed police response in emergency services, and then B, have to pay the bill for a private for-profit business.
Now, as I continue to wait on those public records related to this issue, both Sheriff Kieran Donahue and Chief Rex Ingram assured me public safety is their top priority, and they'll answer every call no matter what. I'll continue to update you on this issue right here on Idaho News 6. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter Leslie Solis at the Caldwell Night Rodeo grounds for Idaho News 6.
Focus heading into this weekend is going to be the temperatures looking really nice and some smoke that may be on the way for the Boise region. Stay tuned. My main forecast is in a moment.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Boating season at Lucky Peak is winding down. Water managers will begin lowering the reservoir next Monday. How quickly it reaches winter levels will depend on irrigation needs and how much rain we get. As for the timing of the drawdown and current reservoir levels, both are about average. We will have more on this on Friday. It's been a dry summer, and the city of Caldwell is urging residents to conserve irrigation water so there's enough to last the full season. Residents in the Caldwell Municipal Irrigation District are asked to water every other day, odd days for those with odd numbered addresses and even days for those with even numbered addresses. The city says overwatering is wasteful and even counterproductive as it simply runs off.
Now, Isaiah Sharp with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
And heading into the rest of August, we're not expecting too much more precipitation activity, maybe a couple of stray thunderstorms. Actually, some activity expected lightly over the weekend with some 20% chances. But when it comes to the major systems passing on through, we're going to have to wait just a little bit longer. 92 the current temperature and light winds on top of that as well. I mentioned some lingering smoke, unfortunately, due to the rock fire that's happening a bit to the north of us. Taking a look at the activity right now heading into Friday morning, we could see a little bit of smoke starting to linger on in. You can see the moderate to even dense smoke moving on down over the top of Idaho City. And yes, portions of Boise will see some of that activity as well. Here's the good news about all of this. Heading into the evening, things are expected to clear on out. A potential of some light smoke may be passing on over, so just be prepared for some haze to maybe interact a little bit with your Friday, and then hopefully things will clear out nicely, and maybe the same pattern going into Saturday as well. Not as prominent as what we saw on Friday. Not as moderate, not as dense, but still light smoke expected in the region due to the wildfire activity. Just wanted to give a quick warning about that. Taking a look at those chances of showers that we might actually see come on through. Light thunderstorm activity going into the earliest parts of Sunday, Saturday morning, maybe, or Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning. My apologies on that. You can see a couple of showers starting to form there. And then going into Sunday night, I might see a little bit of thunderstorm activity as well. So tune in tomorrow and the next couple of forecasts. We're going to keen in on these guys passing on through the region. The focus after that is going to be the heat up that is on the way. Temperatures today heading into tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday going to be very consistent. So if you got plans outside, enjoy the low 90s that are on the way and a majority of the day feeling like 80 degrees. After that, we're going to start to see this trend of really warm temperatures. You see the light orange being replaced with this darker orange as a high pressure ridge is going to start to take on over the Utah area, Colorado on top of that as well, and some very warm temperatures are on the way. And if that continues to build on into our area, we will see some very warm temperatures in Boise. Here's a look at our 6 to 10 day outlook, and you can see the hotter than normal sitting right over the top of SLC. Salt Lake City is going to be very toasty going into the latter part of August. Boise, Twin Falls, Idaho Falls also kind of landing in that band. You can see right there that circular motion that's just all of this red, that almost hot pinkish. That is where some of the more intense weather is going to be when it comes to heat, so pay attention heading into the latter part of the month. Like I mentioned, going to be very toasty. This weekend going to be warm, but not as bad as what we have seen. 91 is on the way for a majority of the Treasure Valley. 80s expected in Kuna. Going to see some potential mid-90s a little bit to the north. That smoke in the morning time is going to be the only concern, and then light smoke throughout the day hopefully won't have too much of an impact on your Friday. Temperature sitting into the 80s for McCall and Cascade. 90s expected almost everywhere else. It'll be a nice and warm one for the western central mountains. That extended forecast does have a dip in temperatures heading into Sunday and then warming up into those mid-90s. So very consistent temperatures, low 80s, upper 70s expected for McCall. And then the warm up on the way heading into Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday. I'm expecting warm temperatures for Valley County. Temperatures are sitting into those low 90s across the board. It's going to be a really nice weekend for you. Get out and enjoy it. Plenty of festivities going along across the Treasure Valley region. But then the warm up soon after that. 94 moves into 96 on Tuesday. We'll have some clear skies. Pay attention to that lingering smoke Friday morning and pay attention to the warm up because August may close out on a very toasty note.
In West Boise, how a long neglected law is about to get a major makeover. After decades of sitting dormant, this plot of dirt in West Boise is finally getting an upgrade. I'm neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker, where the city marked the first step towards transformation for Charles F. McDevitt Youth Sports Complex.
The 8 undeveloped acres sit alongside the park's busy baseball fields, home to the Northwest Ada Little League. But until now, it's been little more than an overgrown patch of weeds and piles of dirt along Eagle Road.
Now we're going to have a whole new complex for the neighborhood to enjoy here.
The city set aside $1.2 million for the makeover to better serve West Boise. Parks and Rec leaders say it checks an important box in their mission to make sure every Boise neighborhood has access to top-tier park amenities.
You've got play facilities now. You have, places where people can ride their bike. You have a pump track. We've got walking paths. Now all of a sudden you have something that people can really utilize.
City leaders say what makes this project even more exciting is the strong community support from nearby neighborhoods to council members who push to make it happen.
It's been great. The Centennial Neighborhood Association has been awesome to work with. And so anytime you can add more amenities that involve the community, engage the community, that's going to make for a more vibrant and healthy community.
And those neighbors can hardly wait.
Well, it's fantastic. You can't imagine Eagle Road is the busiest road in Idaho, and everyone's driving by for years and years as the patch of dirt has been laying there.
Kathy Graham tells me she can already picture the trails full of walkers, the dog park bustling with neighbors, and families enjoying the outdoor play areas and picnic spots.
People everywhere, a place for people to gather, bring their friends, bring their family, and enjoy this beautiful park in Boise.
The new space is set to open in 2026. I'm neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker, Idaho News 6.
Now we'll look outside from the Treasure Valley Chevy Dealers Tower Cam.
All right, final look at the forecast. Going into Friday, temperatures pretty similar to today and heading into this weekend. The only difference, we might have some light smoke going into the morning time, so just prepare for that. 92 expected to be the warmest that we'll see, and that's consistent into Saturday and Sunday. Monday, a little bit of a jump is going to be coming along. Temperatures into those mid-90s. The warmest will be 96. My eyes set a little bit further than what this forecast has. Next weekend, maybe just a smidge warmer, so prepare for it and go out and enjoy the nice temperatures that are on the way. Hey, thank you so much for joining us here on Idaho News 6. I'll have a full recap at 6 o'clock. Till then, have a great night.